work for you for free, bro.
The yacht's in your dock now.
Hey guys, welcome back for chat. It's your girl Leah, and today we're going to be talking about Tyler the Creator's, it's not his new album, but we're going to be talking about Tyler the Creator's Call Me If You Get Lost, the estate sale. I have to say, I wasn't expecting this.
Me either. I was like, I was in my group chat with my friends, and they're like, new Tyler on Friday. I was like, has it been 2 years already? Like, whoa.
It's like, I gotta get the tickets, And then it's like, no.
It's just a deluxe album.
Slow down.
The estate sale. And then I saw something else. It was like, Tyler better be still dropping new stuff. Like, new stuff.
Because this ain't new stuff.
Exactly. It said, like, these were things that didn't make the album, and, like, you can for sure see, like, why it didn't make the album, or, like, what could have made the album. Like, it still fit that same theme. Like, some of them fit that same theme, other ones don't really.
They really don't.
And you just see that it's, like, two different sides of the things.
I would even say it felt like almost three things. Like, because you can definitely tell what was a single.
Yeah.
And then you can tell what came with the album, and you can kind of tell, like...
You know what's funny?
What was just drifting off with it at the end.
Starting to, like, put the names of, like, what they are.
Together.
Dogtooth came out as, like, the estate sale single. Mm-hmm. And it really is, like, a single, because it doesn't really fit what the rest of the album really was. You can argue, like, he's talking about the same stuff, but, like, the theme and, like,
the tone.
The tone of it, it's just, like, it kind of wasn't the same. I didn't even, like, really like the song at first. When I heard it, like, I don't know what I was hearing that was different, but, like, it just wasn't sounding like...
That's how I feel about, what was it, the Heaven song? Heaven to Me? That's how I feel about Heaven to Me, because it would just... When I first listened to it just... Something wasn't clicking for me. I don't understand. But now I love it. So.
I always like songs that, like, use older samples from, like, the 60s, 70s, like, stuff like that. And I don't know. You throw a sample in there, you could be rapping. Like, it's going to work.
We got a couple, and we're still getting some, even from the original album. We're getting some music videos. And I have to say, I'm impressed. It's not every day that a music video can add, like, your like to a song. It's crazy. Because, like I said, when I listened to Heaven to Me for the first time, I wasn't really, like, feeling it. But then I watched the video, and you can just tell this man is just listing off his dreams. Like, you can just tell where he is in life and where his mindset is. And that's what I really appreciated. And then you can see him in the ground, like, just talking. And then the pictures that they were throwing up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man. It's literally just him recapping and being... It kind of reminds me of... I guess this explains why he couldn't put this song on the original album. Because he already has Blessed.
To Heaven to Me? Yeah, I guess so. I guess, yeah.
It's literally Heaven to Me, but, like, simplified.
Yeah.
It's like, my teeth clean, my house is,
it's like, Heaven to Me is like if Blessed and Wilshire made this thing, like, came together. They're like, all right, we're about to explain this whole story start to finish, and
it's about appreciation. Yes, I do agree. Ooh, I want to bring up the songs that you thought should have been on the album. Like, you're glad it was on this, like, deluxe edition versus, like, on the album.
For me, that was, like, two of the songs.
Me too. I got two.
One of them, for sure, is Stuntman.
Yep, same.
That did not belong on Call Me If You Get Lost. Like, it would have like, taken you... It would have taken you out of the whole experience. And, like, Dogtooth could have been... you know, I kind of hear it now. Dogtooth is kind of like that one song with Lil Uzi Vert. Dogtooth is kind of that.
Oh, is that Lemonhead?
Yeah.
Lemonhead?
Dogtooth is Lemonhead.
It's kind of like a gritty song, like a gritty, like, rough rap.
But I feel like when it came to that, you for sure just wanted, like, one of those songs.
Exactly. Same with, I guess, the same situation with the Blessed and Heaven to Me.
You have, like, both same. It's completely different produced songs, but they're both kind of in the same tone. So you don't want to, like, be doubling up, especially if it's, like, it's a story.
Yes, and then, like, some things needed to be saved for later. I think that's a genius idea. Like, you don't want to throw out everything you have in your pocket. But Stuntman was one of the songs I had on my list as this doesn't belong on the album. Like, it felt like, we were talking about this before, it felt like it happened, or he recorded the song around the same time as the other single. I forgot the name.
He was, what, Dogtooth?
No. The other single he dropped with Pharrell in them.
Oh, Cash In, Cash Out.
Yeah, it gave Cash In, Cash Out vibes.
There's a lot of, like, our Stuntman, Dogtooth, it seems like...
Dogtooth wasn't my second one.
Around the time when... That wasn't your second one that didn't need to be on there?
Yeah.
Oh, but...
I'll tell you my
Those sounded like the ones that were, like, around the time he was doing other features. Because he did a feature with Gold Link. I'm gonna look up the song real quick.
Dogtooth, to me, felt like it could have been on the album, like with Corso and Lemonhead. Mm-hmm. But the song that didn't belong on the album, I'm glad it wasn't, was Boyfriend Girlfriend.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
You can be my boyfriend, girlfriend. Like,
be my boyfriend. I get it, but it didn't match the vibe of anything. Mm-hmm. It was like its own separate world song. Like, maybe not even any of the other albums that came out. I can't see it on that.
It's like one of those... I don't know. It's
different.
I guess yeah. It's just different. It's not a bad song. It's just different because when you're listening to the other ones, like he's always kind of telling a story or like being like, hey, you know, you can go out get this for yourself, but I'm out here enjoying it right now. Like,
yeah, that's true.
But like with that, I feel like maybe it comes off the point of like people figuring out that he is bi. I
was thinking that, but that was 2 albums ago.
Yeah,
and that still didn't feel like an Igor song, you know. Mm-hmm. So
it could have been an Igor song.
You think so?
Yeah. It kind of fits in.
Earthquake.
It could have been put on Igor.
You think so?
I think so.
So, I want to start with our number 7s on the list. Number 7 for me is Stuntman.
Same.
For the reasons that we stated, it just didn't feel like it matched the album itself or the deluxe package. So, it's a good song. It's hype, but it's just not...
It just wasn't fitted for...
It's not the vibe for the album. But I would understand why you would want to get it out anyways. Mm-hmm. You can go with your 6.
So my 6 is not that. My 6 is Dogtooth.
Really?
Yeah. It
she
was.
She can ride my face. I don't want nothing in return.
It was Wharf Talk, but then I was hearing Wharf Talk. I was hearing Wharf Talk again, and I won't say where it got moved to, but it got moved up.
Wharf Talk, when I first heard it, I immediately... it just sounds so good. Just the chorus, I'm like, but we're not on that. So you said Dogtooth for your number 6? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I really like Dogtooth.
It's not that, like, I don't know.
It felt
it's a good song. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's just like how I the type of music that I like, the ones that are at the top appeal to that more. So it made it the top. I
get that. I guess it can be explained of why we don't like the other one as much. Mm-hmm. It's just not what I was into. I think that's why Wharf Talk went to where it went for me too, because I was just like, wow, this is the bop. This is bad. Like, you know, my number 6 was Boyfriend Girlfriend.
Ooh, you know what?
Like, I think Boyfriend Girlfriend...
That shouldn't be as high as it is. I think that should be put down to number 6.
You think you're gonna change yours?
Yeah. Dogtooth is better than Boyfriend Girlfriend.
Yeah, same reasons already stated. I just didn't...
There's a verse in there that made me put it for... It was my number 5. There's a verse in there that made me make it my number 5, but I'm not remembering it right now. So you get moved down to 6.
Because, like I said, it's a good song. It just didn't match with what I personally like and then what the album was giving in general. Mm-hmm. So, what was your number 5?
It'd now be Dogtooth. It would now be Dogtooth. So we've already explained that.
My number 5 is What a Day. I like it, but I would have to say, compared to the ones above it, it is very slow.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to stuff like that, like having that like melodic sample just and having like a story on top of it, and you're like
it is something like you can just put on and then just go on a car ride. It's raining and stuff.
Bro, like I listen to it reminds me of one song. It's like, let's go cruising to the dun. Oh. It reminds me of that, and I love that song.
I know. I hear you. Let's see, we're on number 4? What is your number 4?
My number 4 is What a Day.
Oh, well.
Wait, no, it's not. It's Wharf Talk.
Wharf Talk?
Yeah, that's what it got moved up to.
Gosh. If God was here today. My number 4 is Sorry Not Sorry. This was a tough decision for me because Sorry Not Sorry by itself, like like the song, it's pretty good.
Then you add that.
But then the music video.
The music video to Sorry Not Sorry.
The music video sends it to number 1 for me. But I can't honestly say it's number 1 song wise.
Can we like pause and talk about the music video for a second?
Okay.
Because like Sorry Not Sorry, he lined up every persona that he's done and got rid of them all. What's next?
But it was very interesting, and I kind of wish Sorry Not Sorry was on the album, because I feel like Sorry Not Sorry could have been better than Safari. Because Safari was the last song on the other album, and that was literally, it was like, what's the next era? And it had DJ drop, like, I don't know why.
Sorry Not Sorry could have been a great closer to the album.
I'm not sure if it's like a performance thing, like he wasn't like fully finished with it.
I can hear that. Ooh, I can hear that in concert, bro. Like everything's just like.
And then he could have like different like images of him like getting crossed out and like getting messed up and like.
Maybe it was a performance thing.
Cause I don't know. Cause he didn't even perform Safari in the concert.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. That was the last song and I was waiting for it. He didn't perform all his songs at the Call Me Get Lost.
You never do, because it's like you want to do your newest album
and then you want to do
a few of
throwbacks.
The old.
But I think he missed that one. I may be mistaken, but I feel like Sorry Not Sorry could have been replaced for Safari on the original album.
For sure.
I love the ending, of course, where this random is a new persona beating Tyler? Or?
No, I don't know. Like he was like
who is he?
Sweaty, like his hair was messed up. He was just like just like punch. He threw the furry hat to the side.
Oh my gosh! I was like, oh damn! After he just scalped him for the other video, but. I really enjoy pieces like Sorry Not Sorry because it gives the artist a chance to reminisce on the things they were able to do. And just thinking about his whole career until this moment, it's insane.
Yeah, I watched, he's in the new, like, it's a new series on Hulu, like, made by Rap Caviar. They have, like, all the new artists and they're, like, Tyler, City Girls, like, those, like, new artists that popped up on the scene. Tyler's not.
New age.
I was gonna explain that whole thing, but and they brought some people together that like from his past. They're like he was in that like, and we watched it. It was a Converse talk, and he was like, there was just this one day, people weren't taking me seriously as a musician. So I was like, all right,
it's time to cut out the funny stuff.
Cut off all that funny stuff, and. From that day forward, we got Flower Boy, we got Igor, we got Call Me If You Get Lost, like
masterpieces.
3 for 3, and he had 3 for 3 beforehand, like.
Exactly, it was just like I guess when you appeal to a certain niche, you kind of end up drowning in it. Like it gets to the point where everyone only knows you for being a character rather than being yourself, which it's hard to do because that becoming a niche is one of the things that helps you skyrocket your career. People loved him eating cockroaches and going crazy and being offensive, but it's not really him.
When it comes to things like that, like same for your channel here, like find what you like doing and then that could be a niche, but it's what you like doing. So it's not something that you like try to hop into, like try to follow the trends or anything.
Yeah.
You're going to go in doing what you like doing. And then the people who like doing that, they're coming to you.
I feel like that's where I am right now in my YouTube career, because I'm still trying to... It's such an awkward position to be in, because not only am I trying to produce something like consistently, I'm also still just rediscovering and discovering myself. Because look, for me, I would say if we're ever trying to break down my niche, I'm adulting. I like media, so I talk about movies and I talk about growing up, or like finding ways to show up for yourself. Which is why I appreciate Tyler's music, because he kind of teaches you in every song to just like forget what everyone else is thinking and saying, just be yourself. And that thing is hard, like dance like no one's watching kind of things. Like,
and I kind of like that, because you know my friend Israel, like that guy, he does not care what any person outside of, not even us, for real.
I'm literally getting there. I'm getting there.
Like, he'll be dancing. I'll be like, bro, what are you doing? He's like,
I'm dancing.
Exactly. Like, you don't hear the song? I'm moving. Like, come on now.
So I'm still trying to figure out, like, what I'm actually supposed to be doing. I think this is it, though. Because, like, I really like the podcast setup. I really like talking. I went to school for it. And I really like Tyler's music, because it's really taught me how to just say fuck it. I don't care anymore about what people think, even though I can say that, and then next day I'm gonna be like, dang, what people thinking.
But
you
it's
know?
it's not something you could change overnight.
Oh yeah, definitely not. I've been trying.
Like me too, especially, you know what's going on, but like trying to like work on yourself on a daily basis is something that you just have to keep doing. Like, I'm reading this book, and it's like you have to just be mindful of what you do.
Exactly.
And it's like,
and it gets kind of flooded in the social media days, because like everyone's telling you to do something, and you're never actually doing what you want to do.
Because it's like, this is how you make the money. Like, that's not what I want to do, but if that's how you make the money.
Or this is new trends, and this is, and you're not supposed to wear that, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to say this, you're not supposed to, it's like, fuck it, I just want to say and do whatever I want to do, and have it come out creatively. So, this is why I was telling you, for creatives, I feel like something's wrong up there for everyone, because you have to, like, get to a certain point where you just break the box.
Yeah.
Like, you're not in the box. You break it. Like, it's abstract all over your brain. So, I feel like Tyler has gone through the same thing, and we've seen it. So, I feel like that, I kind of relate to it, because who's to say in 4 years I'm not, like, shaved head, blue eyebrows?
And that's gonna be you. Like,
and that's me.
That's me.
You know? Or, like, Tyler, like, if 5 years ago, or not even 5, like, it's been 10 years ago? If 10 years ago I told you, oh yeah, Tyler's a open bisexual who's
in 2013,
like,
nobody would have believed you. For real, like, Tyler hates the gays.
He's an open bisexual who is no longer afraid of just showing himself, being himself, and he creates the most beautiful lyricism that you've ever heard.
Like, probably nobody would have believed you.
Nah. So, and then he's always been preaching this, and we've seen it. That's why I'm excited to see what's next. But we kind of skewed off the road a little bit. I think we're on number 3.
Number 3. My number 3 is What a Day.
What a Day.
And I always like the melodic type, like, beats, even when it comes to just, like, rapping or R&B, or, like, I've been into, like, indie music for a little minute now.
Does that mean you like Stan?
Stan?
You know? The opening for Stan is a sample.
I don't think I've heard that.
Oh
yeah, I do. I like the original song.
Yeah.
And I like when you're just telling a story. Like, that's what rapping is. So in the show that he's in on Hulu, he was like, being a rapper is so cool, because it's like, you and I could be feeling the same thing, and I'll take all of that and put it into something that we can, like, both feel and, like, have like feelings about.
To add on to that, it feels like there's only certain people who can actually understand this. We talk about this all the time, and I feel like when we talk about it, we only have the understanding from what we see in ourselves as creatives and not consumers.
Yeah,
like for example, when we be going to the movies and watch movies,
I be watching the movie like, that sounds great. Like,
I'm telling you, when I watch movies, it literally changes my life because I be taking everything. I be thinking about the actors. As soon as they're filming, I'd be thinking about what they're doing when they're taking this thing and putting it on Adobe. I'd be thinking about how the marketing is. I'd be thinking about the colors. It's like everything has purpose, and there's like you were saying, mindfulness. If you want to see some true mindfulness, you have to look at advertising and like music. Like there's messaging.
Like the advertising, everything is like I've been listening to I'm a shout out Film Stories podcast. It's not my podcast, but it's a great podcast. And he talks about like the marketing stories and stuff. Everything is deliberate, bro. Like they were talking about this Christopher Nolan film, and they're like, the first few months, we're just gonna show him what it is. If it's not reaching, tell him that Christopher Nolan's in it. Like Christopher Nolan is a brand in himself, so that's gonna pull some people. And then a few months down the line, you get the full trailer, and then after that, you start doing other stuff. You start doing they do everything. And you know what's funny?
What?
When it comes to like movies with animated things like toys, they have to make the toys before they start making the movie.
Yes, which just tells you like how much thought goes behind these things. Because look, for example, if I'm making Toy Story, right, and I said there's gonna be a cowboy and there's gonna be a astronaut, you're gonna have already like gags and puns that you know it's gonna be with. There's a snake in my like that was already created before it was even like there. It's crazy.
And then like they gotta be ready just to like, oh the kids like it. Throw them out. Throw the toys. But to your number 3.
So, my number 3 is Wharf Talk. Like I said before, it kind of reminds me of What's Your Name and Wilshire, like mixed together. It's literally something that you would sing to a crush. I want you to come get lost with me. I love that. And like you sang the melody, and the variations of like what was going on in that song was just so good. And he just started bouncing. It literally sounded like What's Your Name, like how he's walking around talking to a girl. I want you. And I feel like that's why that wasn't in the album.
Yeah,
it would have been just a similar as What's Your Name. What's your name, girlfriend? What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is I'm Sorry. Sorry, Not Sorry. Paired with a great music video. And you already heard my reasoning. He was going off like, he was saying like, sorry I'm not sorry I'm not what you want me to be, like sorry I like have this relationship with my mother type thing. Like,
you know what, for Sorry Not Sorry, I really appreciated him talking about like because he was doing the music thing, his following his own dreams, he was missing out on other things like his family and like missing out on his friends. And for people who are trying to do something like music, acting, whatever it is, there comes a time where you're gonna have to like put on the blinders and focus. Otherwise, you're not gonna get anywhere. I was
working and I was talking to one of the sound people, and she was like, she put me on game, or she told me like the real part of it. She was like, in the industry like this, like film and like video stuff like this, you're gonna have to sacrifice something.
So much.
Like, and it's not like the sacrifice forever. Maybe you find like the workaround to it, but like for like you said, like for that moment you gotta put on the blinders and then just like try to go straight through it. And
that's the hardest part for some people.
She said for her it was family, and like she's great. She's in a great position. She's been on so many shows doing sound and like been working in the industry for 20 years, but like that's just the one thing that just like didn't work out for her. And that's just how it is for her. But like that, yeah, when it comes to stuff like that, like you have to work for it, and then maybe at the back end you come around, but like or you find a way to do it while you're like in between, kind of.
Tyler now, he can have the time with his mom, but in the first line of Sorry Not Sorry, he was talking about how he wanted to say sorry to his mom for like saying like spending time with her was like a chore, you know. But when you're in that moment of like there's a line between stardom and like normalcy, and when you're about to break it, it's gonna hurt. And that's what he had to do. But eventually you were able to get some type of balance back.
Well said. So what are we to? Our number two or number one?
I'm on number 2.
Oh no, you're number 2.
My number 2 is Dogtooth.
Dogtooth.
I just like the chorus of the song. For me, at least, I really like my relationship, and I really like my family. So I'm just like, that's my relationship. This is my family. If you're not with it, you gotta go. You know? Mm-hmm. It's like, this is my group. This is my game. This is my people. And I'm like, I'll fight for it. Oh, we're finally on our number 1s. I'll let you go first. Well, I think we have the same number 1.
On 3?
1, 2, 3. Heaven to Me.
Yeah, Heaven to Me.
Heaven to Me is our number 1 song.
And for me, like, also, it's just like storytelling, and it's like so smooth. And he's talking about like in the future he's gonna have like his wife and his kids like running around, like having fun in the yard, like riding around on bikes.
The water gun.
Yeah.
I love the past, present, future thing he had going on, because he was talking about his future kids when he was 40. He's not 40. He's like 30 something. And he was talking about, I think my favorite part is when he was lying in the grass talking about what was heaven to him as a kid growing up. Mm-hmm. He was like, I had the SpongeBob watch. I was listening to Lil Wayne's newest album at the time. We had the sneakers. I was getting with girls on the beach. I was, it's like, that's heaven to you as a kid. And it's kind of funny because you don't really think about all the times where you have these things that are heaven to you throughout life. Like, things that I would say would be heaven to me now weren't heaven to me back when I was 13, and probably won't be when I'm 33, so
I don't even remember, like, what could have been the thing that was like...
This is it.
Yeah, like, I don't even remember what that could have been when I was, like, in middle school or something like that.
I loved the part in the music video where I thought he was singing into the mic the whole time.
Oh, yeah, and then he walks further away, and it's not even plugged in.
It wasn't until the end where he was wrapping up the mic, and I was like, oh, did he unplug it? No,
it was unplugged the whole time.
But that was cool, because, like, you don't really need it to be plugged in. I think that was very, very nice, because that transition to him in the grass still rapping in the mic that wasn't plugged in, I was like, wow. That was the Call Me If You Get Lost, the estate sale.
The estate sale.
The estate sale. We really like this little blip that he added to the end of this album.
And I love getting, like, the insight with the music videos he's dropping. Like, I love seeing BTS of, like, on tour stuff.
I think the next thing better than this would be Tyler inviting us himself. Your turn. The ball's in your court, Tyler. Like we said in the last video, we want to work with you. I work for you for free, bro.
The yacht's in your dock now.
That's the yacht's in your dock now. Hey, Geneva.
I'll buy the ticket.
Yeah, for real. I will buy the ticket. I will buy the ticket if you tell me when. Bro. I just wanna have a sit down chat with him and just talk and watch a movie or something.
That'd be cool.
I wanna crack open that man's mind. Just get in there.
He's when it comes to like the Converse talks and stuff, he's pretty open about like the questions stuff. I'd literally have to sit. I want to
talk to him.
No, I'd sit and be like, what question? Question. And like I wouldn't pull out the book of questions, but I'd like to have them in my mind.
Like I remember the top 5 of those questions, and then I'll ask him. But we really like Tyler the Creator. We can't wait to see what he's coming up with next. We will be there. Call me if you get lost.
Call me if you lost. The estate sale.
The estate sale. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see here, or you want to give us another album or old song to talk about or look about, or get our analysis of it, let us know. Follow us on all the social medias. You want to shout yourself out?
My Instagram is bored as Josh, and yeah, I be doing like short films and stuff like that.
He is a director. He's worked with Michael B. Jordan. He's worked with...
Yeah, I have.
He's worked with Michael Bay. All the Michaels, really. But that's for the future, for real.
Yeah.
He's a future director. I'm a future socialite.
Socialite.
I don't know what they
Is that
do.
what that's called?
I don't know. I just want to be like, I want to talk and have people listen to me.
You could be like a, what do you do? TV personality, internet personality, radio personality. Just
I'm a personality. I can do radio, TV, whatever. I am just me. I'm jack of all trades. But thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.